episode of my favourite episodes of Good Afternoon Adelaide, the best show ever made. We've moved on to VHS now after my Betamax had a problem after recording over 1,400 episodes of the show. But here we go. But without further ado, let's begin. Love rum.
GAA is proudly brought to you by PAL, Fresh Daily, and The Australian, 100% pure dog food.
Welcome back, everyone. It's great to be here again on Good Afternoon Adelaide, the first day of a brand new season, December 1, the start of summer. I'm feeling great to be back. I'm Jeremy Derm, as always, with Norman Vine. Norman.
Hello, everybody! Jeremy, very good to be back.
We've been away for a couple of weeks, Norman. How did you spend your time off?
Oh, yes, I've had a lovely 2 weeks on Little St. James Island, and I just feel like a new man.
Well,
Very refreshed.
well, I'd love to visit there someday myself, and
I hope you do, but remember,
Yes.
what stays on the island stays on the island. That's what we say.
that's what I've heard. Okay, before we get things underway, I just wanted to address a little bit of criticism that we've received on the show recently. It's to do with a lack of females appearing on camera. Of course, we have them as tea ladies, but we take this criticism seriously. We do, especially when it comes from such a prominent male journalist. And we are going to address that on today's show.
We will be over-delivering on ladies today. Plenty of women guests. It's basically Ladies' Day, if this was a golf course, but it's a television show.
Yes, plenty of women coming up on the show today. But first, a man. Dr. Kevin Goodall, welcome back. How are you?
I am as well as can be expected, thank you, Jeremy. Norman, how are you?
Very well, Dr. Kevin. Back from the dead.
Well, only momentarily. They resuscitated me, and I'm told that I've made a full recovery and am cleared to return to the airwaves.
Well, we're very glad that you did, Dr. Kevin, because you're here to promote a new doco that you've produced, which will be airing later on this television station. It's about the local history of Adelaide, I believe.
Mm-hmm. There is something of a hidden history of many of Adelaide's suburb names. Some are more famous than others, you may know. During the wartime period, the Germanic heritage of many of our suburb and town names was modified and revised, if you will. So, for instance, Harndorf at one point was known as Ambleside. Lobethal was known as Tweed Vale when the Teutonic heritage of these places was deemed problematic. And while we're talking about Germanic heritage, Mount Kitchener? You know of Mount Kitchener?
That's where they make those buns.
That's right. But at one point it was known as Kaiser's Stool. Kaiser's Stool.
I thought that was Paraka.
Please keep these thoughts to yourself, Norman. Let's hear from the real expert.
Pectorville was at one point known as Hitlerville up until its renaming in 1974.
Yes, well, they dragged their feet on that one, didn't they?
Yes, it would have been patriotic to change it during the war, but I suppose bureaucracy slows down the processes, and
They changed it during the Vietnam War.
yes, you've got to give at least one war in between to give these things a bit of breathing room, so you're not making rash decisions. I mean, our heritage is very important.
Closer to the ocean, Somerton Park, a suburb which is shrouded in its own mysteries and hidden histories, but was for some years a sovereign microstate known as San Remo, famed for its pasta production.
Curious you should say that, Dr. Kevin, because it does make me wonder whether the infamous Somerton man had simply had too much pasta for lunch on Jetty Road.
Didn't wait at least half an hour before getting in the ocean.
Can be deadly, Norman.
Well, now everyone knows his name.
Now, closer to you, Jeremy.
Oh, yes.
The suburb of Regency Park at one time was known as Tam O'Shanter.
Is that right?
In fact, it was home to much of Adelaide's Irish community until they were driven into the ocean by a pipe-wielding serpent.
Good grief.
I thought a tam o'shanter was a Scottish thing. Isn't that thing that they have on there? It's like a catheter type thing.
No, you're quite wrong. I'm the one with the catheter, Norman.
I have a question, Dr. Kevin. I know that some suburbs had indigenous names from the Aboriginal people, and they were changed to English names. But curiously, there are some places that still retain their Aboriginal names, such as Ascot Park, I believe, was the name of that area for the local Kaurna people. Kensington. Those were all indigenous words.
Yes, that's true, Jeremy, but another which might surprise you, Windsor Gardens, a name suggestive of something of a royal lineage, was at one point known as Bee Faces. Bee Faces, which was an honour bestowed upon a prominent local resident who wore a beard of bees. A beard of bees! A beard of bees! So famous was this adornment on his face until, tragically, he was stung to death by a European wasp. Such was the trauma of this incident that that suburb was immediately renamed. While we're talking about horrible instances that led to the renaming of a suburb, Kilburn, as we now know it, was at one point known as Little Chicago. Among other things, its streets were paved with wood and waxed daily with eucalyptus oil in order to lubricate them so the tram could slide right on into the city. Yes, but highly flammable and highly combustible. So we had the horrible fire of 1912, which is what is commemorated with its current name as it's now known, Kilburn.
That was the Great Chicago Fire, wasn't it?
Well, I've heard about that.
Yes. Yes.
And yet I didn't know all the details. Our education system fails us.
Lest we ever forget the victims of this fire. Kilburn, once known as Little Chicago.
Actually, it was a bakery in Little Chicago during that fire, where they were halfway through making a pizza when the fire happened, and that's why we have Chicago-style crust these days. It's a little fun fact.
And all of these things come from the fine city of Adelaide. Well, it's incredible what you learn, Dr. Kevin.
It's all there. It's all right there in the street directory. Look at that.
Yes.
Street director.
Don't read the Lord of the Rings. You'll find far more adventure and fantasy within that one little book. Dr. Kevin, before you go, I believe you prepared a trailer for us to view for the documentary.
Yes, that's right. Can we cut to the trailer? Yes, and I will be driving that around Adelaide for the next couple of weeks in order to promote the upcoming screening of this documentary on this very channel, so please tune in.
It's very innovative.
All right, let's get to a newsbreaker. Ray Goodyear, what do you have for us?
Good afternoon, I'm Ray Goodyear. Making news this hour, a man was arrested early this morning after allegedly trespassing in the Lobethal Fairyland village. The man appeared dishevelled, having apparently slept in one of the 17 cottages. The man, only giving his initials as JD, is currently seeking accommodation. The fire brigade was called to a suspected fire at the Furl Bakery this afternoon, but it turned out it was just several people having a stroke at the same time. They are currently receiving medical attention. And line dancing superstar Billy Ray Cyrus has announced a tour of Australia. Adelaide is set to miss out. So good news for us. And now back to the boys in the studio.
Ray Goodyear, Adelaide's most accurate 3 p.m. news bulletin.
Thanks for that, Ray. Good news indeed. And the Lobethal Fairyland Village, or should I say the Tweedvale Fairyland Village,
Indeed you could, Norman. Indeed you could.
You ever been there, Jeremy?
Nope, not at all. In fact, I'm actually much more disappointed on missing out about the line dancing. You want to see some? Here we go.
For the last week, I have served on the jury in the Supreme Court of South Australia on a murder trial. The activist judge, however, has created a suppression order. He wants a closed courtroom. What doesn't he want us to know? Well, tonight, I'll be taking the dome cameras inside the courtroom to reveal the names and identities of the accused, the victim, and the judge himself. You'll find that out tonight on Dome.
Okay, Norman, round them up. Round them up. All right, thank you very much. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. I was just on the phone to Norman, who has left the studio briefly to just check on our very special guest coming up after this break, not currently. So stop that. As you can probably tell, we have a guest in the studio. It's Jimmy Biggs. You know him as the Joke Bloke on his various TV shows and comedy specials, stand-up. He's a very funny man. We love having him here. Jimmy, welcome.
Jeremy, great to be here. Do I speak into this? Hello, hello, flower. Just kidding. Speak into this one, don't I? Hello, hello.
No, you're not a bee. You speak into the microphone. This one, right there.
What's that?
No, yours.
Oh.
The one on your shirt, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not an idiot.
No, you certainly aren't. And the reason I know that is because, well, the reason you're here. You've brought in something that you're promoting. It's a very special calendar for charity that you've put together.
That's right.
Featuring you yourself.
Here I am.
Yeah,
That's all me.
That's all you. You're looking quite fit and in shape, Jimmy.
Yeah, cheers. See, the reason you might ask why I would do a calendar like this, well, when people think of the Joke Bloke, they think, hey, that's the Joke Bloke. He's a funny guy. So that's the first thing. The second thing they think is that's just the kind of comedian I want to have a beer with. That might even be the first thing. But then there's also a third thing that I think people need to think when they think of Jimmy Biggs, me, and that is that I actually have a very hot body. So I thought I'd put it in a calendar and have some of the money go to charity, and then everyone wins. You know?
Yes.
Hey, you want a cherry? I did that last time. That's all right. Do I talk into this?
I'm noticing that we've got here some of the dates written in pen. Is that normal?
No, that's an addition. That's actually my handwriting. We added that there. Just adds a bit of value.
But why is that done?
Actually, the reason we did that was because some of these calendars are actually unsold stock from previous years. So just slapped a new year on it, make it all modern and up to date. So it's right for 92.
Would that be a problem though with previous years and the days not aligning and so forth? Is that a concern?
It's for charity, so yeah.
Well, I suppose you are having a red hot go, and that's all that really matters, isn't it?
What's the deal with women? They take so long to put their makeup on. I'm done in 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gay.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just read this. Christmas is just around the corner, so if you need a gift for a friend who loves comedy, pick up a genuine Joke Bloke calendar, and 5% of a portion of the proceeds go to charity and raising awareness. What was it raising awareness from again?
Body dysmorphic disorder.
Yes. So when the kids who feel bad about their own bodies get to see this, they'll, I suppose, see some inspiration to make sure that they feel better about their bodies when they look like you.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, what's the deal with grapefruit? We already have a fruit that's a grape. Grape that's a fruit. Yeah, I'm talking
How does he come up with the Jimmy Biggs, everyone? Thank you very much.
Whoa! Ah, what an idiot.
Oh, he gets me every time, ladies and gentlemen, but that's why we love having him.
I gotta go.
All right, we'll be back, everyone.
You need some petrol? You like guns, guns and hoses? Adelaide's only petrol station and gun range. Guns and hoses. Roll in, fill up, shoot off. Guns and hoses. Rock and roll.
Welcome back to GAA. Now, you may notice that Norman's not here in the studio. That's because he's next door in Studio B. He's with the ladies. Are they all ready, Norman?
They certainly are, Jeremy, and here they are now for your viewing pleasure, the Happy Valley Dancers.
Well, that was fantastic. Okay, coming up after the break on Good Afternoon Adelaide.
Oh, not so fast, Jeremy. We're not done yet. Hit it. There is a man. A certain man. And for the poor, you can be sure he'll take all he can. Who is this guy? With cash sky high. His popularity is a rarity. He's Australian as apple pie. He is television. No circumcision. He loves to dine, enjoys a wine. That's right, it's Norman Vine.
Oh, sorry, I see we seem to have lost Norman. We'll be right back with the ladies in the studio right after this on Good Afternoon Adelaide.
Your Wednesday night Dome-a-thon starts at 5 with everybody's favourite game show, Dome of Fortune. Then Jeremy Dome guest stars in Australia's second longest running soap opera, Dome and Away. At 6, lifestyle television at its finest with Better Domes and Gardens. And later tonight, the hilarious family movie, Dome Alone.
Welcome back to Good Afternoon Adelaide. I'm Jeremy Dome, here with my good friend Norman Vine.
There is a man. Certain that was a bit of
Enough
fun,
of
wasn't
that,
it?
Norman. Let's
Oh, yeah.
bring in the ladies. Come on in, girls.
The Happy Valley Dancers.
Ooh, welcome. Back in the studio. Thank you very much for being with us. Norman, can you make room for any of them?
Oh, not over here, no. They're all right. They just lean in on the side there at the
Yes.
back.
All right.
There we go.
Let's get them mic'd up. All right. Well, that was a very lovely performance. I like the first part a bit better, but let's just ask you a few questions about yourself. So all right, how did you get into dancing?
Well, we're all quite good friends. so
Actually,
we
before we carry on, I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Would you like me
yes.
to order some food from the kitchen? Yes?
Let's do it.
Kitchen, please. Yes, this is Norman Vine. Yes, I'd like to order some food at the studio. The usual, a couple of platers of sandwiches and one of those big ones with the cheeses and stuff. You know what I want. Anything else? Will that do us?
Maybe 2 hard-boiled eggs.
And 2 hard-boiled eggs? Make that 3 hard-boiled eggs. Okay, it's on its way.
Excellent. I can't wait for that. All right, on with the show. Now, so, ladies, tell us how you got it started with dancing.
Oh, we wanted to take a class because we're quite good friends.
Oh, hang on, who's this?
Here to fix the cable.
Ah, it's
Cable.
that technician I called about 5 minutes ago. Where were you? Come on, get in there, fix it. Now, someone cut the cables. I think they've been lazy technicians on this show taking shortcuts. So get in there. It's right at that one under there. And don't give me attitude. Yes, Mr. Doe. Just get to work. All right. Now, where were we? Ladies, yes. Tell me, how did you get into dancing?
Well, we decided to take a class because we're all quite good friends.
Oh, hang on, the food's arrived.
Oh, bring in the
Bring
food.
it in, come on, down.
boys.
Well, just put
It's
it
the
anywhere. I guess.
waitman.
Let me put it, make some room there. Over there.
Make some room for the
There we
waiters.
go. Good stuff.
Get rid of that cherries.
I suppose you should take the plastic off as well. Why don't you get to work there?
Get in there.
And dig in. All right, carry on.
Second.
Carry on, Jeremy.
Yes. I've lost my train of thought. Why don't you tell us how you got into dancing?
Of course. Well, you see, we're all good friends, so we decided to take a bit of a class.
Oh, hang on, I'll get that. Yes, this is Norman. Oh, it's the Joke Bloke calling from the green room.
Oh,
Hey, he's really funny.
oi,
Good, isn't he?
you're not on here to speak.
What's that? Oh, he wants to know if he can come and get in on this food. Is that all right with you?
That looks like plenty to me.
Where are those eggs? Yeah, you can come down. What's that? Yes, they are different from men, aren't they? All right, we'll see you soon. He's on his way.
Ladies, so tell us, why don't you tell us how you got involved with dancing?
Oh, well, you see, we're quite good friends, so we decided to take a class.
Hey, oi, who are you? Get that man out of here.
Someone left the gate open again.
Come on, get him out of here. Gee, all right, just one last question. Tell us, how did you get started with dancing?
Is it just me or is it getting crowded in here?
No, do tell us, how did you get started with
Oh,
dancing?
you see, we're quite good friends.
Actually,
so
hold on a minute. I think we'll have to wrap this up. We're running low on time. You get out of the shot. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on Good Afternoon Adelaide. I want everyone to wave to the camera and say bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Alright, thanks for watching another episode of my favourite clips from Good Afternoon Adelaide. I'll see you next time.